So, how did I create this brand identity for a conceptual Major League Soccer club and why I did it? Well, with the launch of the BRND.FC Studio early last year, I decided to create this case study to illustrate the type of service we are offering here. And I looked to the US market, and the reason is because they are emerging market in the football world, but it definitely could work for any market around the globe. But how did I do it? There were 3 key points that I wanted to be part of this project. First, I wanted this club to represent an important city in the US and that doesn't have a club playing the MLS yet. Second, I wanted a city that already has a strong sport culture. And third, I want a city that has a strong sense of community. After a lot of research and a careful selection, I ended up in Baltimore, Maryland. Baltimore is a city that is important in American history, and they don't have a club playing the MLS yet. They already have a strong sport culture with the Ravens and Orioles. And finally, they have a strong sense of community. They overcome many challenges throughout the history. So we checked all the boxes. And I wanted this project to be as most realistic as possible. And to do that, I used AI. I asked my AI assistant to put the hats of a club's owner and help me create a briefing. So with a briefing in hand, I was able to start working on the target audience, create brand personas, and define brand archetype to finally get to a positioning statement and set the base to start creating the verbal and visual identity. To create something really unique that differentiates us from the standards of the football industry, I went to historical moments and relevant facts to get inspiration. I learned, for example, that the Star-Spangled Banner was written in Baltimore. I've also learned that Edgar Allan Poe has a strong relationship with the city, so I thought this could be an incredible opportunity to create a verbal identity that adds a touch of poetry and rhythm. And I think this aligns pretty well with Charm City, as Baltimore is known for. To create the visual identity, I grabbed inspiration from the symbols I found during my research, and one that came to my attention was this blueprint of a V-shaped clipper boat, which is typical from Baltimore, and ended up giving life to the main element in our crest. I also learned that the white oak tree is the official tree of the state of Maryland, and then I integrate as an abstract form into the hull of our ship, creating a unique design. Then I added the symbol into a shield that represents the resilient spirit of the city and put it on a circle that symbolized the community. For the final touch, I added the cross-buttoning details found in Baltimore's official flag and stamped it with the name in a Gothic semi-serif typeface. And the color palette was inspired by the city landscape, architecture style, and cultural scene. So with all these elements together, I was able to design a crest that is the first visual representation of the club. But now we also able to expand it. So we create a secondary mark, we create a word mark, and we can start bringing other visual elements now. Then for last, we went to design the home and away kit plus the merchandise and marketing material. The result is a brand designed to carry Baltimore culture value, and it certainly can become an icon from the city. But the most important here is how these projects highlight how branding can integrate sports, culture, and community to add value and open opportunity for growth and development. So if you watched until here, I hope you enjoyed. I'd love to hear your opinion. And also, please feel free to reach out at any time.